Less than two crew squad, welcome in everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Thursday. One day away from the weekend here. We're almost there. We'll hold it together. We'll get there. We'll have a good time. And welcome back to the weekly stream that we've added this season, where we make bingo cards and then we figure out if we hit bingo or not. I am I'm 2 for 8. I've hit bingo twice, once for feeds, once for episode. No, 2 out of 6, because this will be the anyway. Does not matter. What matters is, hope y'all are doing well. Okay? So let me scroll up and say hello to the early chatters here, and then let's dive on in. Botswats, welcome in. Respawning, hope you're doing well. Fingers crossed for a Johnny Blockbuster win. I have a feeling a lot of us are coming in with the same feeling today. Jennifer, welcome in. Cupcakes are nice in the building. We got Botswat saying, go Jimmy, please win. See? Jinx, welcome in. Jen, hope you're doing well. Kalita, Jackie, welcome in. Both of you. Mel in the building, also going for Jimmy. Tara says, love the GTA stream yesterday. Thank you, Tara. I'm glad you had fun with it. This is the, well, we did the promise month, but this is the longest, this last week would have been the most, will end up being, sorry, this week. This week will be the most streams I've done consecutively or cumulatively in a week without there being a promise month, with 5, right? Because we did peak, then yesterday GTA, then bingo today, then pad tomorrow, then goose goose on Sunday. So 5 streams, 7 days. Amazing stuff. I did see the comp that's going to be for the Blockbuster today. It's like it's almost like a survivor challenge where you got to put a ball in the little platform and then you got to like rotate the thing to put the balls in the right holes. So I think it's anybody's game. I think Jimmy could win it. I think Riley could win it. I think Kelly could win it. So I think anyone could do it. So it'll be a fun one today. Bit of a nail biter. It's Yami, hello. Rob, welcome in. I need to go pick up my dogs from daycare, but I guess they can play a little longer. Let them have fun, Jess. All right, Peter Liana saw in the morning coffee cup. I was so sad for her. She was very much feeling it. Brow Game Strong, thank you. Cupcakes, appreciate it. Doom Tribe in the building. How you doing, Doom Tribe? Welcome in. Sam, hello, welcome in. Says Trad says I'm formally here to apply for suggesting stupid things with the bingo. I'm informed no more EDM suggestions from me. Yeah, we got to keep the suggestions vague and possible, chat. I feel like not a lot of people were able to crack bingo last week because the ideas were a little too specific. No ideas what to buy in the stock watch tonight. Any ideas? So I haven't finalized my stocks, but I'm offloading the Ava stock, which, I mean, her stock has dropped since the stock watch, but since this past Monday. But I kind of still can't help but feel a little bit like she should have gotten a bump up on Monday, but that's fine. That's fine. So we're going to move on from that Ava stock because I do not know if I don't see it going up at the moment. What I do see potential in is the risks. We are now at a potential spot where if someone wins HOH, that could just tank the stock you're holding on impact, right? So part of me wants to go by the way of Vince. I nearly jumped to Vince last week on this very stream, on the bingo stream. I mentioned I was looking at it and people were like, no, hold Ava. So we held Ava and it was the mistake. So I feel like Vince is someone I'm looking at. Zach is someone I think I should look at more so, but Vince is the bigger payout if he stays up, right? Because let's see, Zach is a 7. He goes up 19%. I guess a 19% increase is good, but then compare that to Vince, where if Vince just stays at a 6, he's a 24% increase. So he's already a increase of 5% more on the 6. If he somehow gets 7, it's a 42% increase. And because I took a loss this week, I'm feeling a little more risky than going the safe route with Zach. Now, I say all this, I could pick Vince. He could tank to like a 4. I lose 33% more of my stocks, and I'm in shambles. So I don't know. I have thoughts. I'm kind of between those two guys at the moment, if I'm being honest with you. Everyone else just feels a little too volatile / like dependent on who wins HOH. Like, for example, if Rachel wins HOH, I think that's good for Ashley stock. Ashley stock would be in a very, very decent spot. So I don't know. Anyway. I think Riley's going to be good at that Blockbuster comp. I think it's very possible, May. Any plans for the weekend? So I got my mother-in-law in town. We, as of right now, I do not have any plans. because I've had no time to think about plans because I've been so busy doing stuff. So after tomorrow, I think Saturday, are they doing... Oh, you know what? Liana did tell me what plans were in place. There's some plans out there. I just don't remember at this point, but I have plans, I guess. I take it back. I take backsies. Take backsies to what I said earlier. I do have plans. That's my bad. Also, I've made a decision, chat. So obviously, since I moved to the standing desk, I've been happy because I can stand sometimes. I can sit sometimes. One thing I do not like about the standing desk is this. If I so much as touch my keyboard or the desk, everything moves, including the camera. So I think I'm going to end up investing in a separate mount for the camera, a floor mount. So that way I don't have to worry, like this can wobble all at once as long as the camera doesn't move. So that's what I'm trying to do. And then in the event that I need it to be raised up, I can just manually do that, because I think alternatively, this is the drawback of investing in a cheaper standing desk, because it just has 2 legs on each side. It doesn't have like a cross leg support in the back. So yeah. I got double bingo this week on feeds. The can of biscuits. Listen, I don't know why you flaunting on me. I got 0 bingo. Did I see the blockbuster chance? Yes. English Gym Muffin. Hello, Jesse. Welcome in. We're all in Jimmy's corner tonight. Yeah, mods, can we get a poll here? I'm just curious who people are rooting for the blockbuster and percentages. I'm curious. All right. Try to stay with the tier 1. Appreciate it. Welcome into the lesson 2 crew. Thank you. I think Riley could get flusters, or I'm hoping too. I want him humbled. Rough day for Catherine between saying no to Riley's advances and that production only thinks that she's Riley's son. I genuinely feel bad for her. And Taylor, I feel bad for her, and this motherfucker Riley does not keep his hands off her. Right before I went live here, he's like all up on her. Like, get the fuck away, man. I've seen it. Thank you, Mindy. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. How was GTRP? Very fun, Sherlock. I think chat really enjoyed it. I feel like I need to figure out some quality control stuff. Mainly, there were points that the game was lagging a little bit on stream, so I want to fix that. But otherwise, it was very good, very positive, I think. JJC, first time chat on the building says, "Go Jimmy." Okay, Jimmy. Alpastor Taco says, "Ready to make some bingo cards?" Hell yeah! Welcome in, Taco. I'm praying to the flying spaghetti monster that Riley gets all mad and pissed that he's bad at it. Let him get frazzled a little bit. Although, you know what? No, fuck that. Let him... Ugh, he's such a baby. You know what? Whatever. It's fine. Because a pilot, I got money on her. Steady hands. Is she... Wait, you said a pilot? Hoping Jimmy gets big blockbuster and actually gets HOH. Would love that. Nella, first time chat also says, I fear Kelly's got it. This kind of reminds me of Cliff Hogg. Do the Cliff Hogg Selly afterwards. All right, the poll is up, chat. Get your votes in. Who do you want to win? Keyword want, not think, want. Who do you want to win the blockbuster? Are we drinking Red Bull tonight? JJ, it all comes down to 2 things. When do the feeds come back on? And who wins HOH? Let me be very loud and very clear. If Riley wins HOH, no Red Bull. No Red Bull. If I don't know if I can do another Lauren HOH. Oh God, yeah, it's really Riley. I don't think I would do that. I don't think I'd Red Bull for that. And also if the feeds come back at like 3 a.m., I'm not going to do that. But 3 a.m. my time is what? 4 a.m. Eastern, so. Didn't I make you showing signs of homophobia on my bingo card for It's been a weird week, Doom Tribe. It's been like the emotions of Riley winning HOH to then Mickey stealing it, going for the attempt to stealing the HOH. Like we were up astronomical levels. And look at us now. No worries, Doom Tribe, I got you. I'm going for secure putting in Zach. I went all on Vince. Try to sell my Vince stock. Bought week 1. If you've been holding on to Vince this long, boss, I mean, you're looking good right now, but I don't know. Sonny says, I sold on my Ava, went all in on Keanu, and I hate myself for it. That is risky right there. Going all in on Will feels like a safe option right now. Will is not a bad option, because who the fuck is going to get rid of Will? It all comes down to, does Will get some motion in this game? And I feel like if the people who Will's in the side of the house with win HOH, Will should go up to a 5 minimum. So let me see. I think Keanu's a solid buy. I hate to say it. That is a wild place to be in week 5. I mean, he is $1 a share. $1 a share. If he goes up to a 5, if he goes up to a 5, that's a 13% increase. 6 is it. The thing is Keanu ever going to be a 7? And I don't think he would. His ceiling is a 6, which is a 23%, versus like a Vince staying a 6 is a 24%. But Vince is more likely to be put on a block if certain people win HOH. I don't know. I'm considering holding. Next, the week after is the wall comp. So that'll be interesting. Knowing that going into the week. Probably doesn't win and get sent home. I know that's probably not going to happen with this group, but crazy things have happened. If Riley doesn't win, if Jimmy wins, Riley doesn't win. That would be good, but there's no shot. It would be Kelly would have to win, and then the Jimmy doesn't have votes. Yeah, it's bullshit. I'm so annoyed. All in on Riley said no one ever. Never. What do you think about going on Morgan while she's low? This is the worst week for Morgan in my feels, my personal, simply because I feel like Morgan is somebody a lot of people are looking at and not in a positive way. Did anyone dare buy Mickey stock? I feel like she's very vulnerable. She's a 2 out of 10, $4 rating right now. If she comes off of the HOH spell, hold on. I'm sorry. Mickey just needs to go up to a 3 for a 9% increase. Why are we not considering Mickey? Why are we not considering Mickey? That's not a bad spot. I mean, it comes down to, do you think Mickey can right the wrong? And could she come off the HOH-itis and also survive the block this week? Or like not go on the block this week? But the question becomes, is she more likely to land a 2 or a 1 or a 3 and above? So because listen, this is the same season. We must not forget, right? This season, someone like Vince started week 1 at a 2 rating, went up to a 6 rating in week 2, dropped back down to 3, and is now back up to 6. Okay, this is possible. This season, no logic is out the window. Anything fucking goes. Anything fucking goes. I'll have to think. I'm heavily considering it. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's been a horrendous 5 days of Mickey. But what I had seen leading up to these 5 days, I was very high on. So it just comes down to, is this the truth now, or was this like a slip in judgment and a HOH-itis to the dome? I don't know. Anyway, let's keep scrolling, catching up with y'all. Can I just say how excited I am to have Brittany on the pod tonight? I'm very jealous. I wish I was on the pod. My sanity doesn't do that. I'm telling you, I think it's the one I bought specifically. Have I gone tubing? Minnesota friends said they do that a lot in the summer. I've not gone tubing, May. Earthquake effect is pretty cool, though. That's mean. I don't know if that was necessary. Doom Tribe. Go on the other way and invest in a mini treadmill like Taryn had. I don't want a mini treadmill, though. I like Brittany, but I prefer the pods with just the podcast. Well, I do appreciate that. Gotta go pack. I got triple bingo on feeds. All right, Tom, sir, relax. You got 1 bingo. Love it. 0 bingo this week, too. Yeah, we're going to be a little bit more vague this week. You should have got the one from Costco. Oh, the standing desk. Yeah, this was like a Black Friday sale last year, and it was like $120. So I sprung for it. How's my day going? So far, so good, you know. I've been very busy. I've edited and sent out the PAL Editing, by the way, for those of you who do not know, editing the PAL, I do there's three components to editing that podcast to send to people. It's editing the video, editing the audio, and then making a thumbnail, and then also coming up with a title. So it takes a lot of, well, not a lot. Some weeks are easier than others, whereas like the concept's there. But I didn't think about the thumbnail. The thumbnail idea didn't come together till like 5 minutes before I sent it. The title came in very late into the game too. So yeah, so I did that. Spent a lot of time doing that today, and then took a little break, and then went for a walk and listened to the live feed update on my walk, and then came home and chilled a little bit. It was hot outside, and I'm here with you cool folks, and I'm finishing this drink. It's Coke Zero, but I think I can't handle this much soda anymore. And sorry, it's not can't, I don't want to. Right, needs to stop. From your lips to the BB God's ears, Mel. Would that limit your ability to switch to standing, sitting during streams podcast? Oh, the camera thing? Yeah, in the middle of the pod, I would have to commit at that point. We're either standing or we're sitting at that point, because the camera I couldn't adjust manually. The alternative to that is I just invest in a new desk altogether, and I spring for like a more heavy duty standing desk. That's a possibility. The episode bingo needs way fewer pre-blockbuster vote options. They give us so little. Yeah, honestly, the episode bingo needs to be words being said, shout outs being made, like who to like a shout out, like, oh, Brendan gets shouted out kind of thing. And also like the results of like, okay, so this person wins the comp, this person wins, this person's evicted, because they're gonna show this segment is so unlikely at this point. We barely get one segment before it's all episode stuff. All right, Lala, I think we're using a prime over here with me. I do appreciate you using one prime here. Welcome back in for month number 32. Thank you so much. I'm personally hoping Jimmy goes because I want Ashley to go off about it. Oh my god, I want Jimmy to win because it's the most chaotic. He reminds me of the literal baby I babysit. Oh, Riley, you mean? You didn't know Kelly is a pilot? Kelly's in. Yes, Kelly flies planes. Have I acknowledged this before? I assume I have, and I just forgot. I need Jimmy to win to be someone ahead of Rachel and be there to cause Morgan to spin out. For chaos, you want Jimmy there. That's the truth. Are things looking good for a Goose Goose lobby this Sunday? Let me give you the live tally so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's a maybe. So 5 half. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.5. 5.5. 5 pending over here. So 5.5 plus, I think, 3. 8.5 so far, and I'm pending 6 responses. So we're looking good. We're looking good. That doesn't count me, so 9.5. All right, let me catch up with you, Chad. I feel like I'm a little bit too behind here. I'd let Taryn tell me a story if Riley won again. Oh, dear God. It just should be quick, though, right? It's knockout. Surely we get it done immediately, and the feeds come on early, but I don't know. I change cams on whenever Lauren is on whispering because she never is actually saying anything. It drives me insane. Lauren sometimes I mean, she's young, so I feel like when you're young, you might be saying a lot of nothing. But Lauren truly sometimes speaks like she's trying to hit a word limit that she's imposed on herself. Does anyone know what the blockbuster comp is? It is out there, Kelly K. Yes. If it released knockout, I feel like Riley has a pretty good shot, at least in terms of not getting picked by most people, which I hate. Lauren, Vince, Zach, or Morgan winning tonight, maybe the final nail on this season. Riley with 3% is wild. So that was, I think, goal. I think there's like one person picked Riley in the poll. If it's knockout, what are your thoughts? I think it is knockout, and my thoughts are I'm terrified. Here's hoping people. I think just numerically speaking, a knockout can be tough if you're not knocking people from the other side out a lot. Who is in Pooya's draft? I have Riley and I have Mickey and Vince, which I believe last week on this very podcast stream, I talked about how good I felt about my team, and look at me now, looking like a fool. No one is putting up Keanu Ryan. Maybe Ava would. Jimmy wins with 81% of the votes. There we go. Wallace 1 week from tonight is the rumor out there. Yes. What was the reviews on Julie's ex? This is true. All right. Oh yeah, I am behind. You're now talking about the Stockwatch Mickey stuff. Okay. Editing as well. I watch Mad Feeds. I love that he edits the PAL. Yeah, the PAL from day one, Mel, has been 100% edited by me and Liana. We've never put anything on the RHAP team on it. And like the reason behind it is we wanted the creative control to, like, you know, there were edits we wanted to make. There was like flashy things we wanted to add on to it ourselves. And so we were like, we'll just do it. But I also edit all my own audio podcasts. I never send them raw footage or raw audio for them to edit. Flexi Spot has been pretty good to me, and they aren't too expensive. It is very sturdy. What is a Flexi Spot? Oh, it's a desk? Okay. So my desk looks similar to this. It looks very similar to this Flexi Spot. But for some reason, this can happen. I don't know what to do about that. Got a nice, really heavy duty at IKEA, worth a trip to Mall of America area, in my opinion. That could be a shout. I do love me some IKEA too. Hey Pooya, the BBC Song game has been pretty damn terrible, but I think it's brought out some really incredible gaming shown us from RHAP, yourself included. Thank you so much, Flashtag. Appreciate it. That's always the good news about TV being bad, means that almost always the podcast can at least shine and deliver the goods. So I do love that. That being said, my snacks for tonight, I have some beef jerky and I have some soda. Those are my two options there. And what is this other thing we had? Oh, I have seaweed snacks, which I do love. Hopefully there'll be no controversy coming from this eviction to RHAP. I doubt it. Kind of shocked the flying planes didn't come up during the slop when they were making drug mule jokes. That's true. Did no one else clock the Love Island UK season 3 reference when Catherine said, I am sat in her dispute with Rachel? I don't think anyone gave credit to Love Island UK for it, Stephanie. But I did clock it. Heading out to get something to eat. Hope we get a good eviction episode tonight later. Take care, Doom Tribe. She said a lot of nothing as slowly as is humanly possible. Yeah, Knockout is going to be trivia questions of some sort. Like first one to answer type thing. Or if they answered incorrectly, they're eliminated also. Rachel has won Knockout before with the house against her up every round. That's true. Who has the best draft team? I think. Oh, it's interesting because I think Melissa's team also took a hit this week. Not in like numerically, but she has Zach, Ava, and Will. I would still say Melissa's the front runner there. Amon's team is in absolute shambles. Amon, I'm willing to almost say, is out of contention at this point. Taryn has Ashley and Lauren and Kelly. I think Kelly's like DOA. That Kelly's out. Ashley, I think, has been picking back up the pace from where she was week 1, so that's good. Lauren, I feel like there's a lot left unknown about Lauren, but I don't think she's in as good of a spot as I thought when we first did the draft. So I think Taryn's like a middle team. Rob has Keanu, oof, Catherine, oof, and Rachel. So Rachel being his best player. Keanu, honestly, low-key, not in a bad spot now, but could he win? I don't know, but Wilder people have won the show. So Rob's team also kind of picked back up a little bit, not bad. Then you got me. Vince, good. Mickey was good. Both, though, everyone's looking at. So that's bad. Like, bad. So there you go. You think it's going to be a Red Bull night? I hope so. Honestly, that's what you want. You want it to be a Red Bull night. You could probably add some braces to this to make it sturdier. Musketeer, if you can send me a link of what that means, braces, because I would love that. Get a 2x4 and attach it between the legs. Is that a thing I can do? I would do it. Let's see. Honestly, almost everyone in the cast is an oof. You're not wrong. I've been racking my brain on who I want to win HOH. I'm thinking Rachel from maybe finally move Keanu for Mess or Ashley for the mystery of it all. You never know with Ashley. True. I think the problem is I do see a divide in the house that's going to be lopsided if Jimmy doesn't stay. So if Jimmy doesn't stay, I really need it to be one of Rachel, Ava, Will, Ashley. Because if it's not, I think we're just going to see one of those four leave, and then it's kind of done for that side. So. Ashley mentioned backdoor and Rachel. All right, let's move Ashley off the... Ashley is no longer in contention. Ava would put up Ashley. Dear fucking God. All right, fuck it. We want Rachel to win. Is that it? Is that where we've landed? Is Rachel or bust? That's what it sounded like. Keanu wouldn't put up Rachel, right? Who would Keanu put up? Morgan, Mickey, Ashley. Those are the exact nominations I was trying to avoid last week. But if that would wake some people up, like, fucking hell. Oh, Rachel Rena? Man, no, fuck that. Man, I don't know. I'm getting bummed, chat. I'm getting bummed. I always talk about how, for me, first week of Big Brother is must-watch TV. There's no feeling like it. You enjoy every bit of it. Then you get to week two, the first third. Then the second third is the make or break of the season. You're either gonna be entranced all in, or you're gonna kind of start petering out and tapping out. Then the final third, it depends on who's left, and you kind of go from there. You might just be on the results like week to week, just keeping an eye on it versus like really doing anything. So right now, the fact that the first third has been a tough watch, I'm a little bit oof on it. I'm a little worried about where we're going here. So, which I love Mess, to be clear. I love Mess. So you're saying it's a hard season if you want to root for good players. Right now, there's only Mess. I don't need to be all good players. I'm good with Mess, but I need to like the messy. I need to like the messy people. And the sad reality is some of these messy people are just uncouth. I don't like them. Honestly, didn't finish 26. Quit after Quinn Eviction. For sure. Wow, you missed out on Janky. Knockout come could be really bad for Morgan and Vince if they don't win, show cards and hurt feelings. I think that's gonna be the fun part of like, well, why this person pick me? I think that'll be good. Yeah, the mess can't be gross, exactly. Do you agree this is the worst cast strategically? I'm trying to rack my brain. I mean, BB21 is there. Like, I'm trying to think of the makeup of the cast. 21 has some good players, though. Remind me who again? You know what? You're right. There were some good, but also it's only week 4. Some of these players could still do something. It could still happen. It could still happen. Like, I know we're in the pits and we're a little bit skeptical, but we cannot be done. We cannot tap out, chat. We don't know that for a fact. You can learn on the job, exactly. I did see Ovi and Hannah's wedding pics. They looked amazing. Jack got there in the end. Every 6 years we have a problematic cast. 27, 21, 15, 9. Shit. Well, we're not in the problematic levels yet quite that like a 21 or 15 was. But also it's not a competition to compare them. What's the deal with recent season and increasing people wanting to play honest games and feeling the need to tell everyone everything? Yeah, philosophically, what's caused that, do you think? Who is the... who's the honest player that won the season that made everyone be like, we need honesty over anything? Or who's the last snake to have won where that changed things? Or recruits. It doesn't, yeah, people that don't know like to be, okay. So people who don't know better, I think their instinct is to just be like, well, I'll be a truth teller. Because what's wrong with the truth? Isn't that a good thing? We want the truth. And if I tell you the truth, you have no reason to be mad at me. I think that's the main thing. If you say the truth, there's no reason anyone can be mad at you, except if the truth hurts. But usually people know how to window dress the truth to make it look palatable. So it's like, can you be offended if I'm being absolutely honest with you? So, but then they all lie anyway. They all end up lying in some way, shape, or form, and then just pretend they don't know. Also, and I hate to bring this up, and I hate to harp on it, but Adrian might be one of the most disappointing people that's ever been on the show for me. And it's not close. Because when I thought he was going to be a rabid gamer squirrel in the preseason, I was like, I'm not fucking drafting this guy, but at least he's going to be entertaining. He was boring, not entertaining. And who's Adrian? Exactly. Yeah, the who's Terran thing was so funny for me because one thing. I want to make one thing clear. I've seen a lot of people talk about, wow, the super fan doesn't know Terran. I do not think you need to know Terran to be a super fan. Like, at the end of the day, we are still a corner of the internet that not everyone's going to be privy to. So I'm like, I'll let him live with that. What is unforgivable, though, is the fact that this man was on not just one, but 2 fucking podcasts with Terran on it, the exit interview, and then this. And Terran's name is on the screen. Terran's name, when you're on StreamYard, the name is there. The name is right there. So for him to be like, who's Terran, is just wild to me. Like, that is the most I do not care what any of you have to say of all time. You just didn't give a fuck. You didn't give a fuck. You're just like, at all. That's rude. So that is the unforgivable part. Him not knowing him, whatever. I feel like low-key, after the way he played the game, I don't think people have any question in their mind this man isn't a fan like that anyway, you know? But yeah, if someone's name's on the screen and you just had not clocked that, what are we doing here? You barely knew who Rachel was, which again, that's fine. Like, you know, in this day and age, there's so much content. There's like 27 seasons of Big Brother, soon to be 50 seasons of Survivor, 38 seasons of Amazing Race. Like, internationally, there's over 10 seasons of Traders, more than if you're watching like non-English speaking. There's a lot of content, and then there's TikToks and YouTube and music and movies and like all of that. Then there's non-scripted television there's like seasons upon seasons of archives of shows you want to watch. There's a lot of content, so I don't expect you to know every single person who's ever played Big Brother. But me personally, if I signed up to go on a show, I would fucking study the show before going on. Not because like, oh, people on the internet are gonna quiz me type shit. No, because I would like to feel like I'm as prepared as possible. And that would simply be it. That's what I would care about. So, but that's just me. I'm not saying you should do it. So, but yeah, where were we? It's like a wee bit of self-awareness. That's all we're looking for, Gold. Just a little bit of self-awareness. He was nervous. Maybe he was thinking to be player Terran. Give him a break. To be clear, I'm not harping on the guy. I just feel like being on 2 podcasts with the guy, you'd kind of know his name at least. As Quinn said, it's some nerdy shit. At the end of the day, yep. Yes, it is. Let's see. Are all streamers like Morgan? Well, tell me, Wordsmith. I'm a streamer. Am I like Morgan? What does that mean, though? What is Morgan like? It's why we all loved and embraced Taylor. She didn't know the show, but studied hard going into it. Which, like, that's all you can ask for. Like, remind me, didn't Izzy also, like, watch hella seasons in like, very quickly? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Digging the glasses? Thank you. I have to wear them when I'm on my screens too much. I think this new generation needs a Dr. Will like winner. Adrian looks in the mirror and thinks he's the greatest Big Brother player ever played the game. I don't even give him that. I think he just kind of said all that. He surely doesn't think that. Carmi, first time chatter, welcome in. No, you're right. And again, like I said, I don't want to be mean. I really don't. And I don't think I'm being mean, but I'm roasting him a little bit. Because, like, bro, how? It's like a job interview. You at least know the recruiter's name. Right. Is he watched all Big Brother in 3 months or something? That's what I'm saying. Like, you could do your homework at that point just so that you're prepared. Talks about a lot about self, wants others' attention. I think there are definitely, if you were to ratio streamers, I feel like a lot of streamers, like, remember, ultimately 90% of streamers, maybe some like group streamers, like a streamer collective will be different, but every other streamer, this is us, right? This is my platform and this is me speaking. So it's going to be, I'm the hero of the story in a weird way, right? It's my narrative. So I think that part, I definitely would say, yep, a lot of streamers will talk a lot about self. Wanting others' attention, I think that's just like, you know, it's that influencer life / content creator life. You're making content for you, obviously, but also one of the key ways people measure the quality of their content is popularity, is attention, is numbers. So that's also possible. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, no two streamers are the same though. I think there's going to be some generalizations that could be made, but I don't think it's the case for everybody. I think it depends on the person. So there can be like if you put 10 streamers with the same amount of viewers I have right now, about what, 160 of you in here, not everyone's going to conduct themselves the same. I try and read everything in the chat. Some people will not do that. Some people may be just playing games quietly. Some people might be doing react content, watching silently. So it really depends on the person. But if you want someone who's talking a lot, that's a pot I fall into. Yes, they are. Gotta go pack. I was thinking a lot of people who never watch feeds or don't listen to the game unless on pod just fundamentally misunderstand the spirit of the game. The honest game position is just imaginary standard in there. And what is an honest game? That doesn't actually mean anything. That's true, but I also still do not think that I don't think that, like, again, it depends on the person you are. Like, for example, I looked into this GTA RP thing. I read articles on different servers. I went on the subreddit for GTA RP just to see kind of what the lay of the land is, what people are calling quality roleplay versus low quality roleplay. I like looked at different streamers, different examples when I started to do, and when I was looking at streaming. I learned about every big streamer at the time, what kind of content they did, how they found their success, when did they begin, and like what they did, what was their rotation, if they were a variety streamer, how did they, you know, do different games and different ideas without people, like the viewers being like, well, I'm not here for this content, I'm leaving. So I did my work. But not everyone's going to be that way. It is just astounding to me when you get like a one-time chance to do a game like this, that you wouldn't do the extra work. But I also think there's a world where some of these people are not privy to the underground of Big Brother. You know, it's like not everyone knows where all the good stuff is. It's like, think of the feeds and the podcast as like a speakeasy entrance. Not everyone knows it's, you know, behind that one bookcase in that coffee shop, but they'll go to that coffee shop and have coffee all the time. But yeah. Streamers are yappers at heart, it seems. Certified. She can talk for hours. Streaming, but big part of it is talking a lot and being able to speak almost on an unlimited time about an unlimited amount of topics, because you never want to give a lull, right? That's like dead air is they say dead air is bad for podcasts. It's even worse for streams because you are currently live with another 10,000 people on the same platform. You stay quiet, someone will go somewhere else, kind of thing. I think that's part of it also. I feel like they never understand live feeds unless they are real live feeders, which is rare too. What What I really like about your streaming is that you repeat at least a portion of the question so we know what the hell you are talking about. It's hard to follow the chat, and sometimes with others, it's like, what are they talking about? Yeah, Sarah Lynn, I appreciate that. Sometimes, like, I like that. I've added the chat to the screen in the last year and a half, just in case someone's like watching on a TV screen and they want to see the chat as it's going, or you watch the VOD later and you want it there. But I have built the habit of reading the questions out for that reason, because I know I do this too, where I'm not always going to have the screen open and the chat open when I'm listening to a stream. Like, for example, I have 3 monitors here. I can have the stream on this monitor, but I'm looking at other tabs. I'm not paying attention. I have a game going on here. So I'll just be listening. So if I don't give you that extra context, you're listening to me say, no, I agree with that. No, I don't agree with that. And that's like, well, what the fuck is he agreeing to? Sometimes I won't repeat a question. I'll just say yes because it, or no, because it kind of reads a little spoilery. And I know if I bring it out loud, some people who may have missed it might get spoiled. So I'll just say that I'll be like, for example, like, Sarah Lynn, yes, I agree with that. Then you know that, okay, I'm acknowledging your question without letting someone know. Whew, I took a breather there. I appreciate you praying for GTRPS. It's a solid stream I've really been enjoying this year. I'm happy to hear a Control Salt Escape. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more of that. The support I got from y'all yesterday was absolutely amazing. Exactly, Morgan talks to herself in chat all day, every day. She's the center of her world. This works for a gamer, not for the shared game, living with people, etc. Yeah, I think that, you know, that's why I said depends on the streamer, because there are streamers who will do exactly what I'm doing right now, like do an 8-hour stream, but for the first 3 hours, they're talking to their chat and just one-on-one. Then the next 4 hours, they're doing games with other people in real life or on like stream. And like, that's also different. So it depends on you honing your craft. Why is Morgan hiding that she's a streamer though? I think she's hiding that she's a gamer because people will just equate games with games, you know? Same reason why someone doesn't want to be telling anyone they're a strategy consultant. Oh, strategy, he must be good at strategy type shit. So I think it's that more so than streaming. I'm amazed at how easy you guys can talk on and on, not repeat yourself. Well, thank you. I could be more empathetic than Morgan if she wasn't so mean. Says gotta go pack. Mills is not me currently playing Power Wash Simulator, and I hope you're having fun. And I hope you're power washing the cars, or the houses to its full effect. Last week's bingo card had someone reveal their real job, and Jimmy told Rachel his. I didn't have it though. I didn't have it on mine either, I don't think. Yo, is it radical to think that Catherine and Ava are approaching the game similarly? Tell us a little more, Heather. Tell us a little more. Totally hear that, but do you think production should be doing a better job of informing them about live feeds in that specific part of the fandom? You have to do so much work to put your life on hold and go on a show like BB. I feel like production has a responsibility to let them know how all this actually works, especially when you consider the game, the player's mental health when they come out of the house. I think if it's for their mental health and their well-being, I 100% advocate for it, right? Let them know, hey, so here are some gruesome examples of what people have had to go through after coming out of the house. Don't be an asshat. Don't be problematic. Because the consequences are pretty big. But additionally, remember that your game is being watched and dissected by millions millions is a stretch, but by hella people around the world. So keep that keep that in mind. So that stuff I think they should do, but then telling them what they like, being like, hey, so the feed people are going to be on your asses and stuff. I mean, that's not really going to change much for them once they're cast to be put on the show. So I don't see an impact there, but for their mental, they should definitely walk them through some of the highs and lows, the consequences of being part of the show, you know? I heard Kat today say Rachel has her backs, we need to have hers. Not an exact quote. My thought is that Ava and Kat are the type to hold their cards close to the chest, but Ava is only able to get away with it because she is more likable. Example, Ava only really being open with Will versus Kat being only open with Riley. Here's my only thing I will say about that, Heather, is that I almost feel like, and it's sad to say, because she even joked about being part of Riley's story at this point, essentially. But the feeling I have on Catherine is we've not gotten to see what type of player she is because Riley has not fucking let her be her own person. And has attached himself so close to her that she can't really like open up to anyone else, and she has missed out on the getting to know people portion with quite a few people. So I think that's not great. Yeah, but assets don't realize they do asshat things. Not that I condone it, but that would require exactly. Like, you can't really be like, hey, so you seem like you're gonna hit on women a lot, and like really not understand boundaries. So don't do that. Riley would be like, no ma'am, I am a gentleman. I usually start it by saying, if I ever go over the line, let me know. And I definitely will not be trying to be pushy and kiss every chance I get. So yeah, you can't fix stupid. All right, chat. Did we yap enough? Did we yap enough for 50 minutes? Should we, are you ready to get a little bit going here in the form of a bingo card? Is it time? Are we at bingo o'clock now? What do you think? Feel like it's bingo time. Stacked, welcome, and hope you're doing well. Queen says bingo time. Hell yeah. I'm gonna be so general with these props. Looking forward to it. All right, it's a fun pre-episode hang. Happy to hear it. I like that gotta go pack. That's like kind of like a Bumble, or yeah, like a Bumble type rule, where all right, you ask them once. if they say they're not interested, you're back of the line until they initiate. That's fine with me. When was the last time we had a wall yeller? Dear God, I don't know. Was it 22? No. Was it 22 actually? Deadass? I feel like it might have been 22. Because I feel like I remember, what's her name? Nicole Franzo was involved in some capacity. Or she was talking about it. Oh, it was Dire Fest. That's why we lost the Dire Fest feeds. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It was Dire Fest. It was Dire Fest. Yep. All right. Do you see that Traders New Zealand's come back for a season 3? Yes, and there's rumors of Australia coming back. We might be in the midst of a Traders renaissance, even though Traders has not been on the downswing. So, can you say blessed? Because if I've got more Traders to talk about, we are blessed. Are we doing episode first? Yes, for sure. Episode first. All right. Did you decide on your stocks? I said YOLO and went Rachel. Third time's a charm for knockout. I haven't. I'm still sitting on the stock menu with 196 Vin stocks supplied. I haven't hit submit trade yet. If I forget to submit trade or don't, I still have Ava stock, which I'm probably not going to want to keep anyway. Is Traders Canada cast announced? Not officially yet, Wordsmith. All right. I sold my Ava. That's the move for sure. Did you hear Rob talk about the RGB on American Airlines? He said anytime anyone turned on the entertainment center and changed the channel, they had to watch the ad. I did not know this, but I did know we are on American Airlines now, which is very cool. BB27. week 4 eviction episode. There we go. And then I nearly forgot this last week, but we do this and then we do this. Boom. Okay. Venus gets casted. Venus is on the season. So that is happening. Someone calls Julie Auntie Julie. Mayros, that is a great banger to kick off with. Actually. But first, we got to give him a free one. Auntie Julie. I dropped Ava for Ashley. Okay. Riley wears a cowboy hat. Okay. Done and dusted. And then we've got Riley cusses on live TV. If Riley cusses on live TV and it's censored, that's allowed. Just let your friends know. Jimmy eliminated. Yep, yeah, let's we can do those ones. Jimmy evicted. Kelly evicted. I almost don't want to put Riley evicted because that could bust someone's bingo card, but I want them to dream it, so Riley evicted. BB unlocked tease is a great one. Audio cuts, yeah, audio cuts. I think just general, keep it general, that works. Crying, someone cries. Someone cries. Wall comp tease. A lot of tease here. Jimmy calls out house guests like predicted or mentioned. Blockbuster winners. Yeah, we could do that one. Jimmy wins Blockbuster. We've got Kelly wins Blockbuster. Riley wins Blockbuster. An awkward Julie moment. Fight during knockout comp. That's not going to be on the. We're not going to be able to see that. Hinky vote, sure. Hinky vote. You spell hinky like this? Hinky vote. There we go. Unanimous vote, sure. Unanimous vote. Kelly birthday. Can you elaborate on the Kelly birthday? Goodbye messages. We get goodbye messages, sure. We get goodbye messages. The other thing we're going to say is Brendan gets shouted out. Brendan gets a shout out. Kelly birthday party. Any mention of Kelly's birthday. Any mention of Kelly's birthday is fair game. Kelly's birthday. Not birthday. Birthday. Someone does Mickey's shout outs. Someone does Mickey's shout outs for her. Rachel gooing. Do we think we're going to see the gooing tonight, or are we going to see the gooing on the Unlocked episode? At least one Oscars does not do a shout. Is that a bus space? I think that's a bus space. I think goo is on Friday as well. Because they've literally not brought up the gooing since, right? Oh, you know what? The word goo is uttered. That's the way to do it. Hugs and no strategizing post Blockbuster. Yep. No strategizing post Blockbuster. Unlock guest reveal. I think we have that'll fall under unlock tease. Mic cut during shoutouts. Cool. We got that as well now. All right, back down here. Julie stutters. Wild. Julie has her hair up. I like that we've done like Julie wears pants or Julie's not wearing like pants. So Julie has her hair up is a good shout. Jimmy throws sunglasses. No, he's not. Jimmy's not going to spam it again. He's not going to repeat it again. House guest dances in the DR hallway. My first bingo. Fun. Hey, enjoy, Saralyn. Oh, Kat sitting next to Riley. Rachel sitting next to Jimmy. Kat sitting next to Riley on in EP. Rachel sitting next to Jimmy in EP. Okay, easy enough. Easy enough. Woman votes last and woman votes first. Okay. Woman votes first. Woman votes last. I feel like just woman feels weird to put. So a woman votes last, a woman votes first. I feel like grammatically makes more sense. I could be wrong, but I think so. Reaction face. Ava reaction fave. All right, Mel, relax. Ava gives reaction face. Gives YouTube thumbnail face. YouTube thumbnail face. Which is universal for reaction there. Julie tech issue. Do we have a Julie issue here? We have a Julie, awkward Julie moment. That counts as an awkward Julie moment. Rachel death glare. Who's going to step up to Rachel tonight? I don't think that's going to happen, right? You're good, Mel. I was surprised there's no one to do the bit within the hallway before they go to commercial. Anti-Ashley segment. Can you elaborate? We see Will's dancing. Hell yes, Erlen, we are. Just glad you've joined the Lesson 2 crew. Okay, Ava Water Spit. Ava Water Spit is the gotcha moment, which y'all nailed last week. The popcorn being the gotcha is the gotcha spot. The popcorn was the moment last time. Mickey / Morgan or Zach talk shit on Ashley. Remember, more live stuff, less clips we might see, because those are always unlikely at this point. Another lemon drop moment. Well, Will's not on the block, so I doubt that's going to happen. Mastermind appearance. Okay, valid. Mastermind appearance. Not with a W in the middle. House guests give tepid react. Remind me, tepid is kind of like reaction. They're gonna ham it up though, right? Golden envelope tease. Someone compliments Julie. Also, water is wet. How about this? Someone doesn't compliment Julie. Riley talks about Cat in a speech. Oh, God. I hope he wins the blockbuster because I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to fucking hear that. And if he's not going home, might as well give him the fucking blockbuster. But I want Jimmy to win it. Riley talks about Cat in a speech. I thought we wanted some that were gimmies. I want more gimmies, gotta go pack. I want more gimmies. House guests give exciting response to BB winner. They're always going to give exciting, right? They're always going to give exciting. No, I agree. I want Jimmy to win. But if Jimmy can't win, I need Kelly to lose either way is what I'm trying to say. Rachel overdressed? How would you phrase that? Oops, all Kimmies. Julie says Mystere. Love that. Julie says Hotel Mystere. Strategize before vote. We have not strategized, right? So strategize before the vote happens. Jimmy wears the gloves. Okay, Jimmy wears the gloves. No one claps for the blockbuster winner. That's a buster if I've ever seen one. No, they will, because even if Jimmy wins, Rachel will clap, right? No, they're clap. That's that. No. More than one vote to evict Riley. All right. Kelly shouts out boyfriend. What is this? Hey, I said, what is this? Vince hesitates. BB unlocked guest. Now we're at BB unlocked teas. That'll count as part of that anyway. Oh, picture turning gray. Picture turns gray. Turns black and white. Black and white on air. Live HOH? I just feel like that's not going to happen. Let's just put it in here, but I don't think it's going to happen. People cry. Goodbye message. We have goodbye messages. People cry. We have cry. Is mention of the mastermind same as appearance? Yes, that's fine. I'll give it that. Will Taylor or Derek be there with Julian, or was that just week one? I think that was just week one, but they could be there again. I feel like they promoted that last time, though. Oh. Saying I sadly before voting to evict someone. Someone crying during outro. All right, chat. Three more, and then I think we're good for the eviction episode. Mickey is gonna piss me off. Oh, Julie plugs the twist. Sure. Rachel in a gown. Rachel in a gown. Julie reminds house guests they have to leave. House gets actually sure of their vote in the DR. We already have Vince hesitates. Evicted house guest says the word idiots. Wallcomer next week is announced. Did we get Wallcom? No. Wallcom teas. We have Wallcom teas. Yeah. There, now it's a little more vague, right? Now it works. Chat, I fixed it, chat, please. I made it 3 words. Jimmy quotes Drag Race. Jimmy quotes something off. Hamster Watch did say Wallcom next week, but it's all about whether or not Julie promotes it. Angry Mickey. Or no, Mickey is unhappy. A little more vague. Mickey is unhappy. Good enough for me. You ruined the Coke confirmation. Wow, Mel. Confirmation is actually an accidental pun that I'll take. J-Bone. Oh, Liana's going to love that this is in here. J-Bone is mentioned. Ava Pigtails. All right. Are we happy with this, chat? Are we happy with this? We've got 5 out of 5 plus another 5 here. 6 of 5. So we have about 55 different ways. Looks good? Perfect. Perfect. Probably those people to call him Buck. What is he, Liana? All right. Let's generate it.
And then let me put it here. All right, here it is. So you can generate it and live. Is that good, or should I post it in the Discord for you to grab? And let's see. My card. This is my card. This is my card that I got. Oof, mine is tough. Oh, I got a very hard one, I think. Grab it here. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Good luck for tonight's eviction app. But we're not done yet, chat. As y'all know, the eviction episode is but one of the two that we run here. All right. I saved my one. Let me refresh it. Ugh. And this one is the Liana one. In case Liana wants to play. Actually, I don't think she's going to want to play her mom's here. She might be busy. But let's make it for her just in case. What's the worst thing? She doesn't use it? That's fine. All right. Her mom should play. We can also arrange for that also. Here's Wicked Heart. All right, chat. Does it need to be a coverall? All you need is 5 in any direction. So we'll take 5 down this way. We'll take 5 here. We'll take 5 this way. 5 downwards. Any 5 is fine. If this week I don't see a single... how do you save it? I just keep it up as a tab. So I screenshot it stacked, and then I cross stuff off like through editing later. I either do it on my phone or on Microsoft Paint. Just because, like, how am I gonna find it later, you know? You bookmark it? Oh, there you go. That's smarter than what I do. You should make a Pooya and Liana's bingo card before you record an episode. See if you can guess or get Liana to say do things. Ooh, like I make it and I don't tell her I did it, and I play bingo while it's happening. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really... And then I just yell bingo. Oh my god, that would be so funny. I'm gonna try and do that for next episode. No one snitch on me. No one snitch on me. No one snitch on me. I will do that. I'll have it on my phone and she'll have no idea. Oh, this is great. Brave Grapes, thank you for the follow. Digital NDA, exactly. Also, Lala, I think I missed your Prime sub an hour ago. If you're still here, first of all, thank you. Second of all, sorry. But also, if I said it before, I'll say it again. Thank you for using your One Prime here. Are counting, let's say, Rachel voting to keep Jimmy as a hinky vote? No, a hinky vote is if someone is voting Jimmy that was clearly not planning on voting Jimmy, and they look nefarious doing it. Who do I buy stock in? Stock is so impossible this season because everyone sucks at Big Brother. It's been more volatile than years past, I'll tell you that much. I'm looking and heavily considering buying the Vince dip, which is ironic to say because Vince went up 56 cents, but Vince is at $2 a share. And if Vince was to go up any percentages, I like the idea of close to doubling up through him. That's kind of where I'm at. That being said, I am also now, whether smart or dumb, toying with the idea of going Mickey. Because if Mickey can survive not going on the block and just gets a 3, it's gonna go up. You know what? Fuck it. We're risk takers, aren't we? Let's buy Mickey. Worst thing that can happen is I lose all my money and then I don't play the stock watch because I lost. And you know what? That could be freeing. It could. It could. Especially with the way this season has gone, free me almost. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I don't want to be in the stock watch. Did we have Renom on last night's ep? I didn't watch it. So I watched half the episode and then I had to leave because I forgot I had a podcast at 9 Eastern. I was recording with Shannon last night. I bought Rachel because YOLO, she won knockout in week 4. And week 3, started the war with Dan Donato, 3rd time's German. You're not wrong. Historically, it's on her side. We got the Jimmy Nom. There we go. Thank you, Miel. All right, chat. It's time to flip the script. Not on you, but on the bingo cards, because now we do it again. And this time, we do week 5 live feeds. BB27, week 5 live feeds card. Boom. It's why I'm glad I don't do BB drafts. Don't want to root for someone I can't stand. That's why I said in the draft, I was like, I'm not picking Riley, regardless of who's left here. So it just comes down to who's my other big Zaire, Amy. And I picked correctly there, so we'll take it. But I knew I wasn't going to like Riley, so... And you know what? I stood very much on correct. All right. Someone is mad at who won HOH. Someone is mad at the HOH results. Okay, someone can't let go that they were picked in the knockout comp by somebody. Vague enough, but also specific enough. No H, no H. Did I say put H? All right. A repeat HOH, my worst nightmare. A repeat HOH. Lauren says she doesn't know. Lauren says she doesn't know. You know what? We're not doing We'll Be Right Back in the middle this week. I'm going to make it very clear where I stand. Riley does creepy. Riley does a creepy. We'll Be Right Back can be like that. Someone could get blessed and get it for free. Ava takes a nap. What if Riley is evicted? Oh. I mean, the odds are low, but if he is evicted, I'll just go live right after and change the middle. That's it. HOH nominates an ally. Almost a free spot at this season. Zach uses his power. Ashley gets nominated. Nominated Q. Nominated. Keanu flips on Rachel. If Riley's evicted, it does the creepy on the outside. It should count. And that's guaranteed. That's a free space, folks. Riley makes mushroom coffee. Say what? Mickey prays with someone. Ugh, I don't want to put that in here, though. Even though I think it's a good one. Mike White TVs. My man, Pooya, I remember to join your Twitch stream earlier this time. Thank you, Mike White. Welcome in. Mickey's still on power trip? Okay, Mickey's still on power trip. Power trip. There we go. Kelly back on the block. You know what? Repeat nominee on the block. Morgan mentions wall comp. Easy. Morgan talks about modeling. Nominee wins veto. Someone, just because Kelly might not be there, someone volunteers to be a nominee. Vince whining about Rachel. You know what? Vince glazing the HOH. Because that's a free spot also. Keanu, Rachel hug. Veto is used. Veto is not used. Okay. Veto is used. Veto is not used. Riley crashed out. Vince meltdown. Pee on the floor. Oh my god. Someone pees on the floor again. Keanu wins veto again is so funny. Keanu wins veto again. Skippy keeps feeds on pets instead of We'll Be Right Back. Skippy keeps feeds on pet cam instead of wibberberb. Ashley trusts Zach again. Morgan gets mad at Lauren/Zach. Morgan gets mad at Lauren/Zach. Someone says it's too soon to target a player. Lauren asks how to cook an extremely simple meal. Lauren asks how to cook a simple meal. Ants. Who wants to see my HOH room? A house guest crashes out. Valid. Rachel suggests Vince as Nom. As no. Nom. Nom! Riley tells Catherine how she matters more than any atom or cell to have ever existed on the surface of the planet. Kat gives Riley the boot. Ooh, no have-nots this week. Vince controls. Vince. How do we phrase that, Eminem? Skippy cuts from strategic combo to Riley Cat. Fuck my life. Skippy cuts feeds from strategy to something anger inducing. House guests complain about cleanliness. Rachel needs to break up strat chat. HOH asks Nom to not use veto on themselves, which is the wildest thing that's happened this season almost. Cam talk in the gym. I like the gym spot now. I like that it's upstairs. Ava works with Ashley again. Sorry, again. Okay, house guest says someone is not a good person. Slash, yeah, that's fine. Storage room celebration. Tacos. What's tacos exclamation point? Waffling. Free space, but love it. Storage room game talk. All right, we got that. We got that. Someone wears sunglasses. I missed yours, Kelly Kate. Someone wears sunglasses. And I should have prefaced this earlier. Because the chat's moving very fast with a lot of suggestions, if I do not see your message or you don't hear me say it out loud, it's one of two things. Either I'm not going to use it, maybe, or I missed it. So you can put it in again. And if I see a repeat that I'm not going to use, I'll just be like, I don't think that's going to fit. Is that fair? We can do that.
Survivor talk. Camera zooms on side eye cat. Alicia, love that with the first time chat. Thank you. What do we call the side eye cat? The side eye cat has a name, right? Camera zooms in on. What's the name of the cat? What do we call it? The cat has a name, right? Luis, aka side eye cat. There we go. For those of you not in the know. See, there's super fan, and then there's the people who know the name of the side eye cat. What is that? That's like ultra fan, right? That's like a Big Brother is like my family type energy. When you're like, it's Luis, guy. Yeah, Pop Rats, you're good. Liv, can we do two things? Can we put the command? Am I able to put the? What is the command? Is it BB bingo? No. Wait, what is the command for the link? I'll put it in my stream title. One sec. You got it, Liv. All right. Keep the suggestions coming, chat. Someone says they love someone as a person, but not in this game. Oh, of course, VW. I put the link on both Twitter and Blue Sky every week. Feeds drop for more than 5 hours. Feeds down for more than 5 hours. Not counting Thursday night. Nope. Yeah, you know what? It's implied after the eviction episode. Vince is last awake. WD is mentioned. What were you looking for? I was looking for I wanted the command for the bingo card. Someone falls off hammock. Wow, Corey and Delb, same page. Wall yeller, sure. At this point. Exclamation bingo eviction. Thank you, Liv. All right, that's it. That's the two of those in. It's in my title now, so that's good. Ava yells at someone for any reason. Helicopter flies over the house. Okay. Helicopter flies over the house. I like this one also. Vince with no hat on. And you know what? This is hateful. And I know you're not going to want this on your bingo card. But Riley's tent is tenting. I'm sorry, but I've seen it twice now, chat. It's two different occasions, chat. It's happened twice. It's gonna happen again. I hate it more than you do, trust me. But it's there. You haven't seen it at all? Well, bless you. It's the most viral BB moment in a long time, which is awful. It's happened twice that people have caught on to. Ugh, you know what? I don't want to put it there now, but it's going to stay there. And then someone's going to be like, Pooya, why? And I'm going to be like, listen, remember, every week I make this with my chat. Someone in my chat suggested it. So you are going to be the fall guy for this. But remember, it's fine because we are a team, you and I. Sometimes I take the fall for you. Sometimes you take the fall for me. We take the fall for each other because you and I, we're a team, right? That's fair. That's fair as a team. No, Mills, whoever does that is a no. No. We don't do that. Your breadfoot on opening spot on the slop. Yeah, and fuck Chappelle for implying that I took that photo myself. Fuck that guy. I did see that on the slop.
Someone complains about snoring. Yes. House guest plan. Okay, yeah. House guest plan. Who should make it to jury? Yep. I know, Sarah Lynn. I know. All new noms on the block. All 3 noms are brand new, never been nommed before. Respawning. I was respawning. I think he did worse in the shower in a clip on Twitter. Dear God. Someone complains about lack of food in storage room. All right, there we go. Keanu have not. Keanu have not. Keanu have not. But the funny thing is that it was Sunstop, which has his own digital audio, so I expect Chappelle to call out the audience on Tuesday's next episode. You know what? I watched it, and he put my name in there. He had my name in his mouth, you know? House guest choice pulled for veto. House guest choice is pulled for veto. Well, there's no house guest choice chip, but there will be a... If you get... I mean, I guess there is. No, whatever. Okay, I didn't say that, Lori. That was you. That was you being inappropriate. Nom chooses veto player. That's house guest choice, basically, yeah. Riley helicopters in shower. We're not putting that on here. I'm not... These fingers are not going to type those words down. Notice how anytime I've talked about that incident, I keep calling it the tent because I refuse to call it dick, boner, cock. I want nothing to do with this man's package. So, it's the tent. That's it. That's it. For my house guest host veto, game talk on the balcony. Game talk on the balcony. Game talk on the balcony. Chat, stop trying to... Chat, where are you when I need clips of the big moments on like games and shit? Why are you always ready for clipping the worst possible things? Someone's cooking makes the house sick. Oh my God. HOH wins POV. Someone lit. Oh, eavesdropping. Dripping, dropping. Hey, if you're not a mod here, you should be wild. And that's the move. That's the move for sure. The people in the GTA server just want to upgrade his package to Pooya. They want to upgrade isms. They want to accent isms package, not upgrade his package. Rachel rolls her eyes. Rachel cleaning. Someone gets hurt. Someone gets someone else hurt while exercising. Someone gets hurt while exercising. Conversation in the shower. Someone has a conversation while in the shower. Someone has a conversation while in the shower. Keanu personal trains. We do not, but we now do. Mickey continues to defend her choices. Oh God, did I really just buy Mickey stock? Am I an idiot? We'll find out next week. We're going risky pickings, chat. Morgan and Mickey fight. Will gets hurt. No. I don't. It's an elimination comp. Ew, finger toenail clipping? What, just like a rogue nail on the floor? Faith-based gameplay. I don't want to put faith-based gameplay. Honest game I will put in. Side note, do you all think Morgan has been nonstop talking about Rachel because of Vince or because Rachel killed her in the veto comp? Honestly, por qué no los dos? Why not both? Will gets trapped in the middle of another argument. Will gets trapped in a conversation he clearly doesn't want to be in. And it's be easy to not to figure out because you can tell he's gonna, you know, happen to. Oh, gotcha. Nail care is good, covers it all. All right, nail care. Why do my fucking fat fingers keep pressing an extra key every time? Rewards, punishment, and veto. Okay, rewards, punishment, in veto comp. Someone does someone's hair. Zach and Lauren Hammock says Chandler with the first time chat. Welcome in, Chandler. Zach and Lauren Hammock. Put it on the wheel. Or bingo sheet. A second Etsy witch is purchased. Pooya, you're typing like me tonight. I could never. Also because I did not write Leanne instead of like. But good try, Mel. Good try. So we're trying to go into HOH to talk. This season is wild for that. Because only this season would that be something valid. Vince promises all the noms in HOH he will use the veto again. Skippy says stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Vince scared of Rachel. House guest kiss on feeds. House guest kiss on feeds. And May, are you saying kiss on the lips or any kiss goes? There, I assume we keep it like this and it can be ambiguous. That's fine. There was no second Etsy witch purchase for Jimmy's BBB win. Cat says no shit. Cat says no shit. Also, chat, ready to wrap this up soon. So make sure you get all your primo suggestions in. Because I think we got a lot already. Zach flirts with Ashley. Okay. Okay. It's not feet, Queen Potato. Kiana and Rachel chained together. A little too specific, I think. Someone mentions, yeah, someone references the cameras moving. Someone cam talks to the wrong camera is so funny. All right, and last one is Keanu walks into HOH room uninvited. And you know what? This is feeds, but also it's technically Big Brother. Big Brothers, right? So no, you know what? This is fine. Yeah, I was thinking of like adding a social media component to it, but maybe that's something we consider next week. All right, Chad, this is it. We got even more. We got 5x5 here, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 60 plus 25, 85 plus 186 options that you can land with. So we kind of cooked with this one also. We've already named it, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit generate. I'm going to get the link here. All right, I'm sending it over to you now, Livithy. And then I'm also going to send it to you, chat. And I'm going to generate my card. This is my card for the feeds this week. Riley does a creepy in the middle. Yep. Wow, I didn't get We'll Be Right Back. That's heartbreaking. That would have been a free one also. 186 in chat. Hey, shout out to y'all for being here. I really do appreciate it. I hope you not only enjoy this new series we've been doing, but you also come back for some of the other shit we do around here. Because, you know, I be cooking out here. What is WD? So much WD? Someone mentioned it. I don't remember who mentioned it. We'll be right back. There you go, getting 2 freebies. If you do tweets tonight after feeds come back, missed them last week. Yeah, last week there was not a lot to say. But yeah, if I tweet a lot, just know feeds are on. Thank you, Stack. Appreciate you being here. Watchdog, says Kenzie. Yeah, but if someone brings up WD-40 also, I'll allow it. Those are your 2 options, okay? So chat, this is the card for these cards for this week. I'll also be tweeting out the eviction one soon. Feed one I'll put out somewhere closer to when fees are down. Fees are going to come back on. And then tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, aka 9 p.m. Central, aka 7 p.m. Pacific, I'll be back with the pad from a different location. To be more specific, tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing the pad from downstairs. I'm not going to be in my room because, like I've said, my mother-in-law is staying with me right now, or staying with us, and she is in the room right behind me, and I've been told I'm loud. So I need to be not in the adjoining room. So I'm going to be downstairs to do that. So I'm going to be in the PAL setup on the couch probably. I might even lounge a little bit. Who knows? Maybe I'll fuck around and like put my legs, get a little blanket going, be a little comfortable. Who knows? We'll see. So that'll be happening tomorrow night. No, you loud? Yeah, I'm loud. I can do whispers too, but then I feel like it's a little too intimate when it's like quiet and I'm speaking a little too like soft. Cause I could do that, but then like that's not my energy when I want to like rant. Have you ever heard anyone rant in this voice? Like this is not a voice to rant to. I get creepy. I'm not gonna like say anything, you know, creepy. And then Sunday we have the PAL. Fuck me. The Goose lobby at 5 p.m. Eastern. I did play around with the idea of going live on Saturday for some GTA RP, but because of the fact that I've been so busy this week, I anticipate being out with Liana and my mother-in-law. So that's kind of where we are settled, and I think that's where things are going to be. And then we can talk about schedule tomorrow, you know? Whispers ordering the Big Brother house? Exactly. And ASMR pad, I don't think we can handle that. But before you go, what is your prediction for the outcome tonight? Okay. I'm going to give you my heart prediction, not my head prediction. So my heart prediction, and it's almost like a manifestation here. Jimmy wins the battle of the blockbuster. Episode goes down. Feeds stay cut, sorry. Feeds come back. And we see a very sad Riley, worked up, annoyed. And the winner is Ashley. Or, sorry, Jimmy. But I think Ashley. I want your head prediction. I know you want Jimmy, but what do you think will happen? Nah, fuck the head prediction. We don't need that. Head prediction is Kelly wins the blockbuster and Jimmy leaves and feeds come back on and like Vince won. What do you think the contenders for winning the knockout comp? I don't know. It depends on who starts beefing each other. I think I'm the only one fine with Jimmy going, but also he's also so fun. I think that's the thing, Ziggy, is that given that Riley's on the block, you're gonna have a hard time finding someone who's willing to be like, yeah, no, he can stay. Everyone's like, he can go, and then I think just the Kelly side of it all has like died for people. It's just kind of like played out. I think that's what it is. So yeah. That's kind of where we're sitting on it all, you know? I don't know why everyone's so sure Riley stays no matter what. Simply because of the way everyone else has talked about it. But like, and like the thing is, too many people have been like, nah, we're just not gonna deal. We're just not gonna do that, you know? So it is what it is. I actually passed her the bar in New York. She can lock in. We can believe in her. Am I the only one who wishes they wise up and don't do Keanu's initial nom anymore? No, you're not the only one. I just don't want it because it's boring. Megan, thank you for the Prime sub for 8 months. Appreciate you. I think I missed that earlier, but thank you so much. Appreciate it. Liv is the top 3 mod. This is guaranteed. Shout out Liv. Who's going to be the one to break up Riley and Catherine? That'll be fun. I'm here for that. Whoever does that might have to stand. Imagine Vince puts up Keanu week 1 and he goes, tragic. We have another flop HOH if Rachel, Ashley don't win. I mean, it's not impossible. Eminem moved up on my hit list. Keanu can stay for now. Wow. Isn't it wild, Thundercats? That's all it took was a week. Want Keanu to flirt with Ashley, but I am bored. Something happened between Rachel and Ava. Chat, you want to field this one? Chris BB says, has something happened between Rachel and Ava? Ava had basically accused of Rachel trying to push for her vote for Jimmy to stay. Is that what you're referring to? So we saw Keanu's gonna make his target so big so suddenly he just won't be a target. I mean, that is the fact. It's like, yeah, because you know you can only keep putting the safe option up so many times to the point where people are like, now, all right, enough. I need to now start making the picks I need to make. I need to be making the nominations I need to make. You know what I mean? So that's where we are now. Hold on. So like because the more and more you keep putting the same people up, the more and more the game will progress, and eventually people aren't going to do that anymore because now someone's got to take the first shot, and I think we're getting there now. Which means, guess what? Suddenly Keanu is not a house target anymore because someone has realized they can scoop him up, and there are active people they need to get out instead. Ava mad that Ashley told Will about the Zach Vince vote flip and how she was involved. Welp. Looks like strong meal guard. Thank you, Van Boys. Also, I hope you're doing good as well. Yeah, this one's mine, which I should take a photo of. All right. Someone slipped Ava some hater. Maybe Eminem are contagious. All right, chat. Anything else before I head on out here? We are very close to the episode being on. We have 30 minutes to get your snacks, your meals in order, your plans for the night in order, put your Red Bulls in the fridge. You know, get all the things you need to set up because might not have time after this. Popcorn for dinner. Enjoy. Enjoy. What flavor popcorn, if I may ask? Of course, Flash. Pooya, what's your opinion on this? I'm sick. I just had someone in my DMs compare Riley and Kat to Corey in America. I'm like, what the fuck? Bruh. That is not. They're rage baiting you, Tom, sir. Don't reply to that message. Anyone got some good snacks? It's Buy one, get one wings for me tonight. Ooh. Okay. Enjoy. How many Red Bulls tonight, Pooya? Hopefully 1. But my sleep schedule's been not fucked, but just I sleep a lot less right now. I'm sleeping at like 4 a.m., waking up at like 9. So as long as I get some sleep, we'll be okay. In Cajun chicken pasta right now. Damn, okay. Is Riley more toxic than Kill? Least mode cowboy creeps me out. I mean, I didn't watch feeds for 16, so I don't. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But Riley's behavior to me feels a lot more handsy. Like Caleb's was cringe because she was not into him and he kept doing stuff and she was like not into it, and then she got fucking evicted because of him. So that's why it was cringe. Like it's like she got punished for existing in his orbit, but she didn't put herself there. Yeah, Amber kept her distance also. You should tweet out if you're opening a Red Bull so we know if the feeds are worth watching. I'm nervous about this. All right. From now on, I'll take a photo of my Red Bull and post it. If the Red Bull is open, that means is good. If the Red Bull's closed, that means is no good. Where's the link to the bingo card? Which one are you looking for, Chandler? Eviction or feeds? You just assume the cat is entertaining him some? Right. Riley got mad cat wouldn't stand next to him while he made a sandwich. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Riley is very tantrumy, that for sure. Do you have a hot take on a stock watch buy for next week? My hot take, Callie, is I would consider buying Mickey. She's at a 2 right now. I think similar to Vince, I could see her go shooting back up again. It's a tough week to navigate for her, but as long as she gets a 3, it's a 9% increase. If she gets a 2 or 1, we're fucked. But Watchdog, Canna Biscuits. Thanks for the fun. Of course, Canna Biscuits. Right, so scary. I don't disagree with you. I do not disagree with you. You went all in on Mickey last night, and we'll see. I think Keanu's a great buy if Vince, Lauren don't win. If Keanu... Oh my God, what is Keanu's trajectory? Let's see. All right, so Keanu is here. So he's at a 4 right now. He needs a 5 to get 13%. As a player, like positionally, he might be above a 4, but will the panel give him more than that? Okay, so he maximized. 4 is the biggest number he has seen ever. Okay? It's the biggest number he's seen ever. He would need to see at least 2 5s and 2 4s at minimum to get a 13% increase, which would be huge. I just don't see the panel giving him that. I can see the audience giving him a 5, potentially. But I think 5 is his ceiling. It's a risk. If you get to the 5, you sell, you never look at Keanu again. That's what I think you do. I think Keanu's a great buy. Just read that, my bad. What would it take for me to rate him that? For me to rate Keanu a 5? First of all, he should not be on the block that week, period. Second, he would need to believe the person who's actually, like, he needs to not be delusional, right? So if he's actually believing someone who is being honest with him and is not playing him, that's good also. But 4 is the average player rating this season, which is wild. Who's on the panel this week? I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google everything Jimmy says to see if it's about Crow because of my bingo card. You'll find out very quickly, Sarah Lynn, because someone will bring up that he's used up a quote again. What about Rachel? Let's see. Rachel's at a 5 right now, which I think is the worst Rachel's been this season, right? Yeah, this is the worst Rachel's been. So Rachel at a 5 again would stay the exact same, no loss. That's actually really huge. A completely risk-free nom is not a bad spot. A 6 gets her 20%. A 7, a 32%. She has had the lowest rating from the audience has been a 6 on Rachel. I do not anticipate that goes lower. I don't think that goes lower. Taryn and Melissa were actually the harshest critics of Rachel this week. So as long as they up that by 1, well, if both up there by 1 and the guest gives a 5 also, nothing happens. But I think it's extremely possible that she gets her 6 here. If Rachel wins HOH and puts up Vince, Zach, Lauren, or Morgan, what do you think the ratings would be? I'm sorry. She doesn't get anything less than a 7 then, right? That only drops if she makes a awful nomination. Who's on the pod tonight? Rob, Taryn, and Brittany Haynes. Am I nuts for considering Rachel right now? Because I didn't realize Rachel was a 0 if she gets a 5, and then a 20% if she just goes up 1. Where's the link to Eviction Bingo? There you go. Exclamation bingo eviction. Brittany Haynes, yeah. Yeah, I'm considering Rachel now, Chad. I'm not going to lie to you. Maybe that's the right move. Because again, I just don't see the audience rating of 6 being anything lower for Rachel. Zach says, so let's talk about Zach here. No problem. So Zach is at a 7. He is the most expensive stock available on the market at $10 a pop, or almost 11. If he stays a 7, he goes up another $2, 19% increase. And 8 gets him $14. But I think if one of Zach's key allies is on the block and likely to go home, I think his stock drops whether or not he's safe. Let's see. He's also not gotten less than a 6 from the audience. He has gotten, the lowest he's gotten is a 5 from Taryn last week. Zach feels like overinflated. Zach is a very inoffensive player who doesn't need to do much to be in one of the best spots in the house because everyone else does the most to pull themselves off of the best spot in the house, if that makes sense. That's why. And he has that power. I think having the power just guarantees him to not go home. He's a safe one for that as well. Like, Zach would have to get a 6 this week to go down to minus 3%. So, and at this point, Zach is guaranteed to be at the wall comp next week, which could very well be a comp he wins. And like, if you already have Zach, you're happy, right? Because you're bearing no risk to go up more money. Those of us that are playing catch up after getting hit by the Ava stock last week, we need to take risks. And Zach is not a risky pick here. So that's why I'm looking at Mickey or Rachel. Because Mickey, again, I'm sorry. Mickey goes up 19% if she just goes up to a 4. Look at Mickey before this week. Mickey got 3 ones from the panel. Got a 3 from the audience. A 3 from the audience, chat. She would have to basically be dead to rights going home on Monday to get a 1 again. I don't know. I don't see her going lower. She could stay a 2 or a 1, and then again, I'm out. At that point, I'm not playing the stock watch anymore. But if she goes up 1, it's 9%. It's a risk, but I almost want to take it. Next week is the wall comp. Yeah, that's what we've been told. That's what we've been told. Sky, thank you for the 13-month year. Appreciate you. Welcome back into the Lesson 2 crew. So appreciate this discussion. Hey, happy to do it with y'all. Because let me tell you, this is the most I've talked and thought about the stock watch ever this season. Yeah, then there's some results-oriented ones where like Ashley could get like a little bump up here. 14% for a 5 this week. Ava, I think, again, you just have to dump that stock right now. Jimmy is no bueno. I don't think you do Jimmy. Catherine, bless her, I don't think you do Catherine. Keanu is a very interesting one, but we already talked about how 5 is probably his ceiling at the moment. Kelly, why would you do that to yourself? Lauren is a player that will, I do not think, leave this 4, 5, 6 bubble. Something would have to go extremely well for her to do that, but not right now. Mickey, volatile, but could do moves. Morgan is a worse Mickey stock in my opinion, and I would not do that. Although she does have some outs that I think could help her. Like specific people winning could be good for her, but you know. Actually, let me look at Morgan here. 2213. 2213. Did not get less than a 6. Oh no, she got a 5 from the guest week 3. Yeah, she went from 6s to 2s. She could bounce back up. I don't know. Oh, Morgan injury, so she can't play in the wall. That'd be so funny. Do you have to dock her a point? Just moving to a 5 is still a decent return. Lauren to a 5 is what? 15% is not bad, you know. But the problem is, I guess like she went from almost all 6s to all 5s to all 3s to all 4s. So look out for what the audience gives Lauren. If the audience gives her a 5, we could end up in that direction. I feel like Morgan's not gonna leave when she gets put up with Mickey though, which is short term. That's a very good point actually. And then we got Rachel, who, we're not gonna lie, if I'm jumping from Mickey at this point, I'm jumping into the Rachel stock because the 6 is a 20% bump up. And that's better than if Mickey would need to get a 5 for the Mickey buy to be better than the Rachel buy. Like if Mickey goes to a 3 but Rachel goes to a 6, I'm the idiot that lost out on 11% growth. If Mickey goes to 4, Rachel goes to 6, that's still better on Rachel. But I want to ride the Mickey wave here. I could see her going back up again. We've seen players snap out of their bad decisions before, right? What would it take for Rachel to get an 8? I don't know. If her ally is HOH, puts up all the people Rachel needs up, and the person Rachel wants to leave leaves. If Vince is the target that's leaving, I think Rachel gets an 8. Like, I think that's who she's been hunting this whole time. That's what happens. That's how she gets it. Jimmy stays and Vinny is on the way out. She skyrockets. Exactly. Does Rachel have win equity? Some people seems like people say they won't vote for her. I think that's all bullshit. Is everyone vying for HOH tonight? Who's not vying for HOH? That's the better question. That's the better question. Shit, do I want to go Rachel? The thing is here's the thing with the Mickey stock. I think Mickey could get back to a 6. I just don't think it's next week. I don't think it's next week. But then like if someone wins and doesn't put her up on the block and she's situated well, then she's fine. Welcome, Sass. All right. My final picks, and let me tell you, I've never won the sock watch. I'm not that good at it. But if you were like, you know what, let me take Pooya's advice. Where am I in the all-time leaderboard? If you were to take Pooya's advice, I would say I'm going on Mickey. I'm not mad at a Rachel because I'm also doing it from the POV of we're trying to catch up to people. You want to go safe, just go Zach. I think that's the safe one. That's the safest one on the board. Also, if you're feeling a little ballsy, the Keanu pick is not bad if you truly think that Keanu can go further than where he is. All right, so let's see. In the all-time, oh god, that was a bad one. I didn't like that autofill there, but it should be fine. I don't think it had any of my information. Let me just double check. Yeah, no, it didn't have all my information. Just the last stages. It's good. Okay. 1 sec. All right, there we go. In the where were we? There we go. Okay, in the rankings, look at me, chat. Look at me. I am 186th. That's in the top 200 ever. Ever. That's good, isn't it? I would think I'm good. I would trust my advice. You think the website broke? I hope not, because I don't think did I finalize my stocks? Oh yeah, I do have the Mickey stock right now. Yeah. What's my net worth now? 459. Oh yeah, what am I in the rankings right now? Because I dropped with the Ava drop. That really did me bad. I'm not in the first page no more, chat. So I'm like tied 456. Yeah, I'm tied 96 with a bunch. Oh no, I'm not 96. Was it 453 something I said? Yeah, here we go. Wait, what the fuck was I? Oh my god. 459. The fuck? Okay. So where am I? Oh, I'm 51st, baby. I'm not doing too shabby though. Okay. Okay. Fuck with me. Look at me. Look at me shine, chat. Look at me shine. Holding that $1.37. You know what? Should I put it somewhere? That could be the difference maker. Should I just go for the one Keanu stock? Should I throw one in the Keanu pile and be like, fuck it, let me be on the ground floor of a little rise? Let me look at the projections here. I mean, I could just be losing 10% on it, which is what, 9 cents, 11 cents? Let's fucking go. Yeah. All right, that's it. That's our stocks. That's our stocks. Let me get in on the Keanu. There we go. My one Joe Kelly stock 2 weeks ago put me in the 90s as opposed to the 50s. Be careful. I take backsies. Take backsies. I don't want it. Liv has convinced me otherwise. I'm going to hold on to that $1.08. Thank you very much. Nope. Not falling for it, chat. You're trying to get me to fall down in the rankings. I don't appreciate it. I almost went all in on Kelly this week, but I got scared. Honestly, Kelly is a very ballsy move to make. Anyone that's on the block is a very tough decision to make. Liv 8's fun. Take it up with Liv. Not trust he's on the rise. Listen, next week when he's up at a 7 and I look a fool for not buying that one stock, tell me. Think of all the Jimmy stock you can own. You're trying to just get someone to bust out of the thingy? Is that it? I asked for nothing. I did no such thing. Jimmy's honestly super tempting. Imagine if he wins Blockbuster and HOH. I mean, yeah, the guy goes from a 3 to what? A 5 at least? What is his projections? 20%. No, there's better picks for a 20% increase. I could see Will getting a 5 also. That's entirely possible. Nah, man, just the Mickey. Look, there are more greens than there are reds with Mickey. And like, how do you not take those odds? I guess you could. Yeah, anyway, we'll see. I might look stupid. I might look stupid and dumb. But we'll find out together next week, chat. All right. I'm going to start heading out here. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing the pad. So make sure you come through, talk some Big Brother, ask some questions, have a good time there. Sunday night, we're doing Goose Goose. So make sure you pull up for that 5 p.m. Eastern. And then we'll talk about the scheduling for the stream stuff later that week as well. I am going to send y'all over to a friend of mine, a streamer friend of mine, Flex. She plays games. She's currently playing Fortnite. But if you can just leave some good vibes, some emotes in the chat, give her good energy, and then I know you're going to go get ready for stream stuff. Well, sorry, stream stuff. Big Brother stuff. Please do that. Okay? So just go say hi, give some good energy, and then we'll go from there, okay? Appreciate y'all. Pooya Friday, of course. See y'all tomorrow morning. Take care. Have a good one. Catch you on Twitter and Blue Sky.